No time to lose if we want to live.
I'm here because I looked at the science.
And what our politicians were doing or not doing.
And I was filled with horror that our government is not telling us the truth about the dire state the world is in.
Future generations could be robbed of their very right to exist.
So I decided to stand up, become a rebel and join exile.
To demand that governments across the world act now to preserve life on our precious planet.
In less than 2 years, we've seen Extinction Rebellion do amazing things, like driving a pink boat into Oxford Circus.
Together with school strikes, Sunrise Movement, Greta, David Attenborough, even Mark Carney, the former Governor of the Bank of England.
Our efforts have brought about a substantive change in news coverage.
They have started to tell the truth, and they have started to pay attention to the urgent nature of the climate and ecological emergency.
Now, the vast majority of the UK public are in favour of rapid action to reduce emissions.
But in spite of all we have done, we're still on a path towards disaster.
Lockdown is but a blip on the ever-increasing rise of greenhouse gas emissions.
Species decline is accelerating, unravelling the web of life.
We're still living under this toxic system which exploits everyone and makes us all complicit.
People in the global south and in marginalised communities are still paying the biggest price for the lifestyles of the few.
We all know that carbon dioxide is on the rise. The world will keep heating up as long as we keep emitting greenhouse gases. The longer that takes, the more permanent damage is done to humans and ecosystems everywhere.
Right now we are 1.1 degrees centigrade above pre-industrial average temperatures, and we are already seeing the devastating effects of climate change.
In the last year alone, we've seen more than 1 billion creatures burned alive in the Australian bushfires. 1 billion creatures. More than 20% of forests were eviscerated. It's only 2020, and that's just one country.
2019 had exceptional fires in the Amazon, Siberia, Alaska, Indonesia and the Congo. Even the UK had more fires than any year on record. Our planet is literally on fire.
Right now, our oceans are being heated with the energy of 5 atomic bombs exploding per second. The poles are heating much more quickly than the rest of the Earth. The Arctic was 39 degrees C at the end of June, and down south, the Antarctic is heating at 3 times the global average.
Again, let this sink in. All of this is happening already with only 1.1 degrees centigrade of warming.
We cannot carry on with business as usual.
Our message is clear. There can be no going back to a system of government that allowed tens of thousands to die for nothing during COVID-19.
There can be no going back to a system infected with racism, which marginalises so many people in different communities.
There can be no going back to a system which is driving us off a cliff edge to extinction.
I'm not going to go quietly into that dark night, and I'm asking you to stand with us.
We have the opportunity now, as we emerge from the pandemic, to make the change necessary.
So we are planning a big and beautiful rebellion in September this year.
With opportunities for everyone to rebel in a way that works best for them.
From home, locally or in London.
Come join with us. Build a better future, together.